Yeah, let me tell you, I ain't perfect. These other rappers lie to you in verses. I show the fans my heart, not the surface. My whole life a circus.
Hello, crypto world. It's your boy Muddy Mo, aka Mr. Bing, coming to y'all with a new series called the Defi Dirty. And today we'll be talking about Elephant.Money and farms and raffles. All right, y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Bing. So essentially, what the Defi Dirty 30 is we're talking about the top things in DeFi. This could be any noun. So a person, place, or thing. We're gonna talk about it on the DeFi Dirty 30. So just make sure y'all pull up, man. Make sure y'all hit that like too, man. Now, today we're gonna be talking about the Elephant.Money raffle and the Elephant.Money farms that's gonna be coming. So now, y'all know how I am. I'm Muddy Mo. I'm gonna tell the truth about all these things. What we're gonna do, we're gonna break down things by, what I like, what I dislike, and then we're gonna talk about some tips and some strategies. And also, we might have some people that's in these contracts, some people that's some fans of these contracts, maybe not even fans, that come and leave some comments. Now here we go. So let's talk about the Elephant.Money raffle first. Let's talk about it on the DeFi Dirty 30. Make sure y'all hit that like. That's important. Hit that like. All right. So the Elephant raffle has been going on for a few months now. But what it allows you basically to do is it allows you to either take your bonded trunk, or you can go through the Elephant buy with Bertha, or you can either buy with contract peanuts, right, with your BUSD, and enter into a raffle to receive a certain amount of trunk every day. But you can win it's basically a portion of this prize, either on the low end, whereas you can win the miscellaneous side, or you can also do what's called a max deposit. All the raffle really does, it allows users to basically enter some trunk and get a chance to enter what's called Stampede. Stampede is essentially just a way to earn in a bond sense. So like a certificate of deposit at the bank, same way. But this is what's called a perpetual bond, so it never ends. So the raffle is a big part of this, and this is what's called a lossless raffle. That's what makes this Elephant.Money raffle, to me, just a little bit different. Let's say you bonded 10, 15 trunk. Once you bond that trunk and enter the raffle, once you confirm and approve that transaction, you'll show up here in this raffle. And no matter what happens, as I go back to this overview, I'm going to see that trunk that I just bonded. It's going to show up here in my bonded trunk. So it's already been added to my trunk bonds, which essentially gives me trunk every day rewarded out up to 205% APR per year. And this APR is variable based on some other factors, which essentially we'll talk about it another time. Now, let's talk. What's Muddy's dirty truth? Let me tell you the dirty truth about the raffle. A lot of people are not going to tell you this. The dirty truth is that, to be real with you, this raffle is underrated. It's super underrated. People in DeFi are accustomed to doing and earning things a certain way. This raffle allows users to really take advantage of helping the ecosystem, and not just that, helping themselves for a long period of time. It's hard to find long period of time stuff in DeFi, in crypto in general, but especially in DeFi. So that's what makes this special. And it's backed by probably good code by one of the best devs in the space, that has experience in DeFi. Let me talk about what Muddy Mo likes and what Muddy Mo doesn't like about the Elephant.Money raffle. So let's talk about what Muddy Mo doesn't like about the raffle. So one thing I don't like about the raffle is that right now it's just low participation. I don't like that. I just wish that, a lot more people understood, especially if you're even a part of Elephant.Money, that there's not much to participate in DeFi, right? So things like, the raffle allows users to earn in multiple ways. That's one thing I always preach. We want to earn in multiple ways. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. That's just something that I don't like. I wish that users participated more. Another thing that Muddy Mo doesn't like about this, I feel like there should be more winners on the miscellaneous side. I just feel like that'll bring more joy. You know what I'm saying? If joy, hey, in pain, it's going to be more joy. No pain, just all joy, And I think users will look more forward to being a part of this. And not just that, the biggest thing is they're growing for themselves. So even, if they just want to win the raffle, they just want to win something, cool. They're still building for themselves long term. That's the one thing I don't like. I just wish there was more winners that could participate and enjoy that. So let's talk about what Muddy Mo likes about the raffles. Now, I think the biggest takeaway I have about the raffles is that it's lossless, bro. You're not losing by participating. So basically, trunk, you're getting at a valued price right now, but typically this is going to be $1 per trunk, right? So you're getting that, you're entering into this Stampede bond, which is going to pay you more, up to 205% APR. So basically 0.5% on whatever you bond per day, right? You're participating in that at the same time, as well as getting a chance at something. It's hard to find that. And not just that, that's the miscellaneous side. If you talk on the max side, this is easy money. If you're a whale, you don't even have to be a whale. You can be a shark, and you can come here and you can really win and really build your Stampede fairly fast. So some people just taking advantage of the market. People take advantage of tokens all the time, but to me, one of the main things, especially in the DeFi space, in the smart contract space, where we make passive gains, taking advantage of a contract, especially when it's on the rebound, especially when it has strong tokenomics, is just as important. Ooh, y'all like that too, didn't you? Definitely get a money mo. Bing. Ooh. Also, make sure y'all hit that like. Y'all listening at the DeFi Dirty. And today we're talking about Elephant.Money, the farm and the raffle. All right, let's talk about some tips and some strategies to the raffle. So real quick tip. To me, you can DCA into this raffle every day, have an opportunity, and also build your Stampede. So you can basically be building your rewards here. I think the minimum is 5 trunk to enter this raffle every day. That's very affordable. That's very, very nice. So it's cheap, so you can enter that every day. Just a little tip, just as, for y'all who want to know how this helps the site. Helps the site in 2 ways. It helps the platform because it's obviously getting people more active in this Stampede, which is increasing the total value locked of trunk in this whole ecosystem. And also is, especially if you buy with peanuts, with adding BUSD value, it's adding to the opportunities to grow the elephant treasury and the BUSD treasury. But primarily growing this elephant treasury. Once the elephant treasury grows, everything grows behind it. All right, so that is a little bit about the Elephant.Money raffles. Y'all know it's the dirty. Hit that like. Make sure you hit that like. Don't play, hit that like. Y'all know what to do, hit that like. Talk about it. Now, a lot of y'all know what's coming. Y'all know what's coming. What's coming next is the farms. Now, a lot of y'all, let me take a step back. Let me slow down. This is why Muddy Mo does this dirty. I want to give y'all a quick little synopsis of what's going on, right? If you go take a step back, Bank Teller, the developer of the bankroll network and all this contracts, and fast forward now what we're all in, which we're talking about, is Elephant.Money. Same developer. He's had farms before, and they've allowed you to have Bitcoin or Ethereum, all that's wrapped on the Binance Smart Chain. It allows you to take those, probably farm it with trunk token, I'm most likely assuming, and then you're going to be able to earn. What are the farms? So the farm is going to be allowing you to add a liquidity pair. So 2 tokens. It can be trunk token and BUSD. Just use those as an example. You get half trunk, half BUSD. You combine those together, and then you can farm those. And on the Elephant.Money ecosystem, I'm assuming it's going to allow you to earn trunk tokens. And what I think is going to happen, I'm assuming this, I think it's going to allow you to basically farm directly into the Stampede. Your rewards from your farms going to go directly into the Stampede. So now let me say something before I keep going. I'll explain all through the farms at the best of my abilities, right, of what I know about it. But what I think is going to be important is that you join a herd partner network. Team Elephant.Money. The wallet address is in the description of this video. Make sure you give yourself a shot. You have to be under an umbrella. You're going to get rained on. Join Team Elephant.Money in the herd. You're going to get 0.5 of your compounds back. To me, there's going to be a lot of activity with Stampede, which is the point of the farms. Essentially, for the site is to grow this Stampede. So, it grows Bertha and the site gets all around healthy with the elephant token, so forth and so on. So that's what the farms are. It basically allows you to add your stable tokens. Most people hold their stable tokens on Venus or some other Aave or some other platforms. Basically, Elephant.Money allows you to, it's going to allow you to farm with those primary tokens, and especially with stable tokens, which everybody loves. You'll be able to get your principal back and then earn extra trunk tokens. So why should you farm? You should farm because it's easy money, especially if you farm with stables. And trunk is at a discount right now. This probably will go up in price as people buy the trunk token in anticipation for earning more trunk tokens. And as they earn more trunk tokens, it's going to be siphoned through the Stampede bonds. So it's not going directly into their wallet, I don't believe. So I think it's going to go into Stampede. So Stampede is going to become more and more important. And to be honest, it's going to be the bigger and bigger star of the Elephant Money ecosystem, in my opinion. Let's talk the dirty truth about the Elephant Money farm. It's really no risk. It's lossless. That's the significance of it. It's lossless. You can't lose in it. So I think, other people get into other farms and they understand, I can get into a farm and it requires me to, put a token that is not a stable at risk where I can lose value in what's called a permanent loss. So one of those tokens will lose a lot of value and it'll be no point of basically doing that farm. Basically what I call treadmilling. So you be running in place. So a lot of tokens do that. A lot of farms do that. But this farm, the dirty truth about it, is lossless. That's different. It goes into your Stampede. It's going to grow you in the ecosystem. It's going to grow your trunk tokens, whether you like it or not. Just participate. Basically for the tokens that you already have sitting in your wallet or in platforms earning very, very little APY, this is going to offer more APY. This is another part of Money Mo's dirty little truth about this. The farms on Elephant Money is going to allow you to hold your blue chips in a safe environment and earn more tokens. Right now, again, a lot of people use lending platforms and other ways to hold their blue chip tokens or hold a lot of their stable tokens. This is going to allow you to keep that same value and then still participate in the Elephant Money ecosystem, growing the total value locked. You got to understand right now, especially in recovery mode, especially when big investors are on the way to Elephant Money to grow all this, the total value locked is important, right? So being close to 40 million in total value locked is important, but being past that, the farms are going to add a lot of total value locks into the Elephant Money ecosystem, growing all this. What happens to a rising tide? It raises all boats. You know what I mean? So that's what this is going to do, essentially. Let's talk about what Money Mo likes and doesn't like about the new Elephant Money farm soon to be. All right, and this is all alleged. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of guessing here. What Money Mo doesn't like about it is, I know it's gonna be trunk tokens. I just prefer elephant tokens. Y'all know how I am. I'm a fiend for elephant tokens. It is what it is. I'm shaking. It is what it is. I like elephant tokens. I really, really prefer that. But I understand, so that's just one thing that Money Mo doesn't like about the elephant farms to come, but we'll see what happens. Another thing that Money Mo doesn't like about the Elephant Money soon to be farms to come is that it's really never been done in this manner, especially linking it to a contract like Stampede. But that's what I don't like about it right now. It's brand new. Let's talk about what Money Mo likes about the Elephant Money farms to come. All right. One thing I'm gonna like about the Elephant Money farms, and please leave your comments in the description, but one thing I like about the Elephant Money farms, it's gonna be stable. It's gonna be stable. Oh, I'll take BUSD in a trunk pair any day. Just like me and you and every one of us, as all of us hold more trunk and understand that the value is going to get back up to $1, especially right now, that's going to be significant. I like the opportunity to have a stable pair with that to earn more of it. That's just dope. Definitely a Money Mo. Bingo! I really like that. Clap that up. I like stability. Stability in a farm is key. That's dope. Another thing that I like about the farms to come is that you're not selling to earn. You don't have to sell. And I always feel like you losing tokens. Not necessarily. You can earn off the tokens that you already have, that you're already holding. That's definitely a Money Mo. Bingo! I like that. Farms to me on Elephant Money is going to be flexible, fast, and easy. Bank teller and everybody that uses Elephant Money is in the DeFi space, just like Money Mo. Y'all watching the DeFi Dirty with Money Mo. Today we're talking about Elephant Money farms and raffles. Make sure you hit that like. It's different. I know it's different. Hit that like. All together, to me, it's gonna be flexible and easy because they're DeFi users. Bank teller and everybody's the Elephant Money all of them are DeFi users, so it's gonna be pretty easy to do. Another thing that I like about the farms is that's gonna be backed by this system. You don't want to know how the hot dog is made? I got you. If you keep an eye on this elephant treasury, that's going to show you the strength of the ecosystem. As this grows, it's going to be able to pay out people more money in a simple way. If you want to get more complex, come on to the DeFi Crypto Show. You know what I'm saying? I got you. Last but not least, let's talk some tips and some strategies to the farms when they come out. One thing about the farms and any farm, but particularly this Elephant Money farms, when they come, you're going to be able to save and earn. You can save your BUSD and earn trunk tokens. That's great. it's very hard to find where you can earn off your stable tokens. Another tip is you might want to plan out what you're going to be doing before, when these other farms were on the bankroll network. Those who planned and those who were ahead of what they wanted to do and wanted to achieve from the farms did better. However, I think the Elephant.Money new farms are going to be built more sustainable, so it's going to have more longevity. I believe it is. So that's one thing you're going to want to do with these farms when they come out, is you're going to want to plan things out. It just is what it is. But another tip is, if the rewards are going to be paid out in Stampede, it's going to be smart for you to join a Elephant.Money herd partner network team, because you're going to get, especially as you compound in Stampede, this is a forever bond. It lasts forever. This doesn't stop. So just understand that as you become a part of this, and as you get your rewards in Stampede, I'm thinking that's going to go. But having a partner here really adds on to what you can earn, as you get an extra 0.5% on all your compounds. Last but not least, let's talk about some strategies to these farms. First strategy, you can compound your gains and you can sell half. So basically, you're gonna farm and your rewards most likely gonna come through Stampede. Once you get your rewards, what you can do, you can claim these rewards and you can sell half, do what you want to do with it, and you can put a bond, the other half of a trunk, back into Stampede to keep growing those gains. But that's just one strategy that you could do with your rewards that come through farming, that comes through the Stampede bonds. So now, another strategy real quick is to make sure that you're focusing on growing those bonds as well. The faster you go to bonds, the faster you're going to get rewards back through your farming. So if you have $1 million on your farm, you're going to have trunk back, but it's going to all be shooting through the Stampede bonds. So you might as well grow your Stampede bonds, because that's where you're going to end up anyway. And this is really setting you up, to me, in my opinion, long term, dang near for life. So to me, you can compound and focus on this. Another thing you can do is claim your trunk, right? And then you can go into trunk staking. Now, don't be fooled. Trunk staking is going to be very profitable after a while. So just make sure you understand, that when trunk staking gets back to capacity at 70% APR, you're not going to be able to find an APR that high on a stable. And then when trunk is back to peg, right? Right now, it's still very, very valuable because you can buy it cheap. You know what I'm saying? So, it's not as valuable, but we can buy it cheap right now, so you can get more of it. But when they get back to a peg, this is going to be a stable at the max at 70% APR. So that's a good thing. So this is going to be a place to store your funds. Most people want to take their gains, just hold them in a wallet. Why not? This ecosystem has allowed you an opportunity to keep making gains. Now, last strategy is, after you put into, trunk staking, right? After all those rewards that you farmed, that you even got from Stampede, you claim those. You can take those rewards and you can put it here, and then you can not only just keep that here and just keep growing your staking deposits here in trunk, but then you can just spend your rewards that you get from this staking. So that'll be your payout. That's how you get off. A lot of people don't have an exit strategy. That's definitely an extra strategy, is to just only spend these rewards after siphoning it through multiple ways in this contract, especially through the Stampede, which is going to keep growing and growing. So you're going to get more and more rewards. And then not only just that, this trunk here, the trunk deposits, is also able to be withdrawn, but basically with no issue. No problem. Walk on out. No problem. All right, so that is the Defi Dirty 30. We talked about Elephant.Money, the raffles and the farms, what Money Mo likes and doesn't like about these contracts. Also, we talked about some tips and some strategies. Now, we're going to talk about a little bit about what the people want to talk about with this contract. Let's talk about it. Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Let's see. G said, yeah, looking forward to seeing when Elephant farms are released. I guess BT has so much ironed out code modules that the contracts themselves came together quickly. Yeah, G. And this is one thing. Shout out to Gregory. He's avid user of Elephant.Money, understands the system, and just here talking about the Elephant farms. Yeah, Bank Teller is very, very good at coding, and it just is what it is. He does it faster than most. And yes, these contracts are not regular. These farms are not regular, especially how he's going to probably have the rewards going. So you have a good point, G. This is fast. He basically coded this fast. So we're excited for it. And we need that momentum. There's nothing wrong with getting that momentum. So good comments. Yeah. So the Elephant Farms, we're all excited to see what happens when it's released. And they're definitely released fast. Shout out to Bank Teller for the fast coding. He's doing that Y'all know how his fingers go fast. Y'all know how it goes. It is what it is. Shout out to him. All right, Her said this is literally billions of dollars sitting on Binance Smart Chain and right now earning 0 to 0.4% APY on platforms like Venus. Thank you for the comment. So now, essentially, what Elephant.Money heard is saying, he's saying that right now, a lot of the large money in DeFi and crypto is sitting on lending platforms. And with that money sitting on lending platforms, they're earning a very small APY on those funds, right? What we're trying to do, we're essentially trying, what Banktel is doing with these farms is he's essentially trying to pull those funds in that total value locked on into the Elephant.Money ecosystem. That's definitely Money Mo. High level stuff. By giving these whales and those who are just holding their, stables and their blue chip tokens in these contracts, just holding them, getting a small percentage is actually helping them earn more through Elephant.Money. And not just that, it introduces them to Elephant.Money. Definitely a Money Mo. I like that, Hurt. Good comment. Cut that up. Good comment. I like that. Excuse me. So just as a quick example, this is Venus, and this is where people, they use this platform to essentially hold stables and all of their blue chip tokens, and you can get a small APY, just depending on what the token is and basically how many people are interested in it. Typically, the more total value locked, the less the APY is going to be available to you. You see, we only got about a couple dollars over here, but we're still earning these small percentages. So what I will be able to do with this Venus account, I will be able to take these funds and then buy into the trunk BUSD LP or whatever LP is going to be available on Elephant.Money and earn trunk tokens more than I would earn in over here is XVS tokens just by staking and holding here. Oh, the farm doesn't utilize teams at all. Very good question, Brent. Yes, so the basically the Elephant.Money farms does utilize teams. You can join my Elephant.Money team, Elephant.Money. Join my partner team. The wallet address is in the description below. But yes, the farm, I believe, is going to utilize teams. That's fire. That's gonna be dope. That's fire. Let's go. Ooh, look at Lou. He said, Farmer Mo, you know it, Lou. Lou, you know it, Lou. This is the DeFi Dirty with Muddy Mo. Today we talked about Elephant.Money, the farms, and the raffles. Y'all want to hear more? First off, make sure y'all check out the DeFi Crypto Show with Muddy Mo. Link for that to be in the description below. Also, make sure y'all check out Muddy Mo content. Also, y'all make sure y'all hit that like and hit that subscribe as well. Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Bing! And also, before I let you all go, make sure you hit that like. Also, hit that subscribe and then hit that bell right next to it and select all to get all Muddy Mo videos. Also, if you're interested in communicating with Muddy Mo about Elephant.Money or anything, check out the Telegram at Muddy Mo Word of Crypto. All right? Y'all want to hear more? Stay tuned. Bing!